sun to shine again. You were doing so well for a while. Didn't think you'd see our old friend this soon again. Now it's
Kind of waiting to see if anybody would pop in.
but surely this could never happen to someone like you or someone like me. That
Hey.
bad dog is off the leash again. Running through those old familiar.
All right, I see we got Ben. He's hanging out with us on the YouTube.
And I see Wanda Jesus.
Yeah,
Let's
that's Ben.
see what.
That's who. That's Ben. He worked with us. So
Hey there. I see we've got 6 folks watching with us. So Wes here, Chris is on the other side, string rather,
String,
and
yes.
Hop is, we think, eating with his parents or he's been abducted. One of the two.
So this is kind of like last time. I was AWOL for a little while and trying to keep up and see what was going on, but yeah. So now we just reversed roles, and so now I'm the good guy and he's the bad guy.
Yeah, I'm the boring one. I'm just at home all the time.
Well, I tell you what, for a Saturday, that's where I spent all day. I'm still recovering from last night, Hop's birthday. So
Yeah, it sounds like I asked him if he was recovering, and he said, "How'd you hear?" Oh wow! So Chris, we had a video playing that I pulled up from YouTube. It was about 4 or 5 years old. I'd never seen it before, but the voice is certainly familiar. Talk about
yes,
who it is
that's
and why.
Kenny, or is it go by Ken or Kenny? I think Ken. I think is what I've seen most of. Well, I don't know. I've seen both honestly. So anyway, Ken Dubman or Kenny Dubman, whichever way you want to go. So we're going to do a live interview with him tomorrow. So right now we're just kind of doing a little test run, make sure we got all of our things lined up. But if you all are interested in checking him out, he's the album. We got a preview of it, and it is really, really good. It's a solid album. And so I'm kind of interested to talk to him and see how this goes. But hopefully everything will run smoothly tomorrow. And if it goes as good as the GFM interview, I think we got nothing to worry about. So,
well, Chris, I think in one of our exchanges as we were putting the questions together for what we're going to talk with Kenny about, you commented about the first time through you were mowing, you didn't hear it really well, but it was pretty catchy. You liked it a lot, and then the second time through, it really grabbed you.
Yeah, and I think I ended up listening to it 3 or 4 times, and each listen, it was you pick up more things, that you didn't catch maybe the first time, and it's like that with anything really, and so it's just like it just kept growing on me more and more, and I got more involved with the lyrics and stuff, and like I said, it's a solid album. So I'm not sure. I have to go back and look what the actual release date was for that album, but
May 17th.
May 17th. All right.
Yeah. So we're still about a month prior. So we got a big sneak peek to it.
Yeah, we got the whole album, but he's got 2 videos released already for it, so they're on YouTube already.
Yeah, and gosh, this one that I just pulled up at the beginning, this Off the Leash, that was pretty cool. I've never heard it before, but it was really catchy from the beginning. The guitar works fun. And
he's got like a couple albums previous, and then so this, I want to say he had 2 previous albums, at least 2 anyway, and so this will be, I guess, his 3rd, maybe 4th.
Yeah. Now, in full disclosure, transparency, whatever, I've not gotten to pay attention to the lyrics so much. The part that's really stood out to me is dude's got a really good voice, and the guitar work is pretty solid.
Yeah, he's obviously a good musician, and actually everybody, I guess, is in the band. I thought it was everybody played phenomenally. Mm-hmm. So there was no bad tracks on there whatsoever, and there was nothing on there that I would have thought, I don't know if I would agree with how they wrote, that part of the riff or whatever, everything, it fit.
Yeah. I'm not going to spoil it today, but I'm going to say one of the songs has a cameo appearance from probably my favorite guitar player in the world. Mm-hmm. And I was listening through, but I didn't get far enough into the song to really think, and I'm listening to it and going, it just can't be that one. And by the time it got to that 3.5 minute mark where it really kicked in. I'm like, oh, there it is. There it is. And the rest of the way through, it just carried on out, and it's just no mistake. And so if you hear when whoever hears the whole album, it's like, holy crap, he's got some rock stars, just heavy hitters on this with him. And gosh, he deserves it because the music's really good all the way through, even without. It's just a cool mix. And I may have lost you, Chris. I'm not sure if you can still hear me or not. You look frozen on your end, but I'll ad lib just in case it catches back up. Yeah, I think Chris is frozen. I still see a number of folks. Somebody give me a comment. Throw a comment up if you're watching live. If you've got questions, if you've ever heard of Kenny Dubman, love to hear that from you. And we'll pull it on the screen. And yep, Chris certainly went off for now, but he's going to come back in. So I'll get him back in the screen momentarily. Again, I'm not going to give away the secret to who the cameos are from, but in watching it, so gosh, it's been more than 20 years ago we saw Brother Kane play. And at the beginning of this video, this off the leash video that we've got pulled up, that I opened this up with. Hi, Danny Crider. Great to see you, friend. Hey, I saw some pretty cool pictures of some chicken or something or other you did on the grill this evening. I did some grilling too. It just didn't look quite the same as yours. So well played, sir.
All right, I'm back.
Now Chris is back with us, so I'll quit ad-libbing. Danny Crider said hello while you were out, Chris. So I said hi to him and talked about the chicken he grilled. And we did the same. Chris, while you were gone, I mentioned at the beginning of this, I noticed not only is Kenny singing, playing the Les Paul, doing some leads, he's also got a slide. Playing a little bit of finger slide. And I made the comment about how Brother Kane, seeing them 20 years ago, it was a pretty cool one. So I'm already into this particular song.
Yeah, and then maybe he doesn't use the beer bottle, but maybe he's got the actual thing he should be using, the little glass.
Well, he does, at least in this part of the video. And I guess it was Jay Taylor that handed him the beer bottle. So Jay's not in the video to hand one to Kenny.
Well, maybe we can reach out to him and see if he can pop on and pass one magically through the computer screen somehow.
Yes, indeed.
That'd be
so
cool.
The real thing that I want to find out from Kenny tomorrow, no, sir, Danny, nothing wrong with that at all. For me, it's a little something wrong. I just don't know how to play it. It would be nice to have one, but I don't know how to play it. I've got one, the telly behind me, but that didn't cost me all that much. So one of the things I'd like to find out from Kenny tomorrow is he touring, and how close is he going to be to us? Because he's from Jersey. He's in Jersey. So, gosh, that'd be a lot of fun. Maybe we can round him up to making a Harrisonburg appearance.
Yeah. I mean, well, we don't really have a venue. Well, I guess we got the one, I can't think of that, Golden Pony. We have that place. And honestly, that's about it in Harrisonburg anymore.
And I don't know that I've ever even been in the place, so I don't know what that's like. Or
it's pretty small.
Okay.
I've been there for, I think, 2, maybe 3 shows. It's pretty small. It's kind of, remember how The Office or Main Street, whichever, remember when they had the basement part of it opened up when you could go down there?
I have very foggy memories of it.
All right. Well, it's kind of like that. It's like a basement of an old building. So you got like fairly low ceiling. There's obviously support beams and stuff in the middle of the floor. And that the stage that they had was very, very small. I mean, it's big enough you get a 5-piece band on it, but that's about it. I mean, everybody's snug up there, but it's only like 6 inches up off the floor. It's not like you have no separation from the crowd, and yeah, it's one of those up close and personal type places.
Danny said Crowbar was there.
Yeah.
So, gotcha.
Yeah, they actually get some bigger bands down there at the Golden Pony, but most of the ones I've seen has been some smaller bands. But
so if you're just hopping on and catching this live, we're really doing this as a test, and we're kind of a reminder too that tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, we get to do an interview with Kenny Dubman, and just gosh, the public relations guy from Blacktop Mojo. He also works with Kenny and was able to connect us and so on. Tom George, we'll give Tom a shout out because it's been really neat to interact with Tom. Seems like a class act. and has a lot of cool bands he's working with. So it's exciting to get to interact with him and have these opportunities.
Yes, it definitely. I mean, and well, actually, him and I guess his wife both have a multitude of bands that they work with, and so we actually have a good opportunity just through him and his wife of getting some more interviews lined up in the future, and then he's actually given us good contacts to get in with some other publicists and whatnot, and so it's definitely opened up a big door just all from that Block Top Mojo interview.
Oh, so what I'm tossing out, yeah, Danny, I'm with you on that. I've really enjoyed Blacktop Mojo a bunch, so that's been a lot of fun. Hop and I are going up to see them open for Buck Cherry. I guess it's 3 weeks from today, May 14th in Leesburg, so that'll be kind of cool. So what I've tossed, Chris, I'm not sure it was up to me to do, but I did it anyway. I've suggested to Tom that we do an interview with him, and he's like, "Why me?" Well, my gosh, people know people know people, so he's clearly doing a good job with Blacktop Mojo and Kenny and the different bands that he's representing. Maybe there's a chance that another band sees him on this channel because you guys have a ton of followers.
It would actually, I mean, it would be a good opportunity to kind of get on a different side of the music industry that most people don't really. I mean, there's a few people that do dive in on some podcasts on with people like him and what he does and management people and that kind of thing. But for us, I mean, a lot of us, we don't know really what all is involved with what he's doing and seeing a different side of the music industry that it might be boring to some people, but it's still interesting just to kind of learn and like open your eyes to look at things a little differently next time you go to see your band and what they're doing on the back burner, on the behind the scenes type of thing that you never even know.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things in the emails that Tom and I have traded over the last month or two is he mentioned that he used to be a Sam Goody store manager. So I know
I think Hopper had said something about that to me.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mentioned something about some of the old songs. Matter of fact, he shared a link to me to a song Zach Wilde did called Farm Fiddlin' that you made me a disc of that. Oh my gosh, I've seen it, I've heard it, and I couldn't figure out where. And I finally found it on yours because I thought maybe it was on one of the B tracks from like the Pride and Glory or the Book of Shadows first album because I had the bonus tracks. But
yeah, that was that when he said that definitely brought up some memories because that was a long time ago when I got a hold of that.
Yes, indeed. Debbie weighed in on your comment there about seeing the different sides of the industry. Yeah, it'd be really cool. And it's perspective. So again, Tom, if you're hearing this, if you're seeing this, here's your challenge. We want to talk to you. You're going to add value. It's going to be fun to get to interact with you, brother.
Absolutely.
So no pressure. We're just guilting you a little bit here on that.
You know, like I don't want to waste my time with them boys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So, Chris, I guess, is there anything else you want to share? I don't want to do it long this evening because it's going to be really cool tomorrow evening.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this was mainly like just to get on here and make sure everything was working. Hey, we got the hops.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
Finally made it in.
Finally made it.
So we're just talking and ad-libbing.
Do what?
We were just talking and ad-libbing. If we said anything wrong, you can fire us.
All right. Well, you're good right now because I missed all that.
Yeah.
Y'all might fire me because I was late.
Well, I told them in the very beginning, like it was me the last time, so we've swapped roles tonight. So you're the late arrival, and so I'm the good guy, and you're the bad guy. So.
Oh well, I've been the bad guy. I've been finding out everything about last night too.
That's what I told Wes that you were probably still trying to recover a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't feel too bad this morning, but I've been filled in on all the kinds of stuff I talked about last night.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know if I've heard all of those stories yet, but I don't. Apparently, you fell out of the chair, and
well, I didn't fall out of it. I just was standing up, and I fell down.
Oh, I thought, from what I understood, you fell out of the chair, but
well, I might have done that too. You missed me falling down.
Yeah, apparently. Well, if I saw it, I don't remember it because I wasn't too far behind you on the drunk level. So
Well, that's what I heard too.
yeah. So yeah, I think my evening went a little better on the way home, but it was the recovery today that I feel like I've probably in more of a worse shape than what you were. You took all yours out last night, and I did all mine today.
Yeah, I probably, if I didn't get sick, I probably would have had a hangover.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's where most of mine was, headache and just not really a belly ache type kind of a thing. Just not feeling quite 100% obviously, but
Guess who didn't? This guy.
yeah. Good for you. Good for you.
You were the smart man.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be the oldest and the wisest, but Heather said I'm getting worse the older I get.
Yeah. Well, Spike sent me a picture of the aftermath of what was left of the bottles, and there wasn't a whole lot left. So
yeah, and there's no wonder that. And then Heather reminded me that I had 2 beers and a shot before we even went to the place.
yeah, and then I bought you a pitcher on top of all of that, and then so I drank a pitcher by myself, and so
God knows how many shots I had.
Oh, it was at least 5 or 6 anyway.
So there you go.
Yeah. So, it was
How
a
many
good time,
people we got in here?
We've had as many as 7. It's fluctuating a little bit right now. Danny was with us for a little while. He may have left. He's commented a good bit. Danny, appreciate you. Ooh, he said, was it as bad as Criderville recovery days?
Oh, probably. Well, I don't know. We're just older now.
For me, no.
Yeah.
Those were rough recovery days, Danny.
Yeah. Well, but we were a lot younger then. We recuperated a lot afterwards, a lot quicker anyway afterwards. So,
Yeah, I guess.
now we're older and maybe apparently we're not wiser, but definitely older and don't bounce back like we used to. So
Yeah, I think it's old people stuff.
Well,
yeah,
I'm going to claim wiser in some ways, but not all for sure. So
yeah.
So
Well, I mean, some of the parts I am, but after last night, I feel like I didn't wisen up any.
So Chris and I chatted a little bit about Kenny. Is there anything you want to share about Kenny before we turn it off for today and look forward to seeing him tomorrow?
I don't guess. I know. I don't really know anything. I know the album is pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely a good solid album. That's
I
what we
mean-
had mentioned. We kind of went over that earlier in the when we got on how solid the album was, and it just kept getting better the more we listened to it.
So as we close, guys, I'll play a little bit more of this Off the Leash video from 2017 because, like I say, I hadn't seen it, and it's just it's every bit as catchy as what we've seen in the album coming out next month.
And it starts out strong too. You got that like big, powerful opening, crash. But
Now, is Off the Leash? Is that the? What's the 2 songs? What's the Skid Row? Not Rachel Bowen.
You're letting the cat out of the bag, Hop. Those are secrets.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I forgot we are live.
I mentioned some surprises we'd be sharing tomorrow.
Oh, so I didn't really
Disregard that. You're seeing.
I won't mention
nobody heard that. So,
but no, Off the Leash is an old,
older
not
song.
old, but it's 2017. It's not off the current album. It's
All right.
This
So we
video
had-
was posted to YouTube in August 2017.
yeah, because what was Old Dog? He released a video for, and I can't remember what the other song
That
was.
Jesus, Modern Day Jesus.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
So-
most of those songs they actually had. They were just like lyric videos, or no?
One was, well,
One
I think
had-
it was a lyric video. Old Dog was a lyric video.
All right.
And I don't know if I've watched the video for the other one. I mean, I've listened to the songs a bunch
Yeah.
as far as the video wise. The album's, I think sound wise, the album's great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hands down.
I mean, it's mixed well. Of course, he was doing his thing earlier.
Mm-hmm. Well,
know,
and one thing that kind of I wasn't going into it with, like a closed mind by any means,
Yeah.
but I really didn't know what to expect. I kind of just like, kind of caught a little bit of the video there when we was talking about doing it, and then kind of once I got the album and got it downloaded to where I could listen to it, you know, I was definitely open with listening to it with an open mind, but it just like it got me, kind of hooked me right in after the first couple songs. I was like, you know, this is like if the whole thing goes through like this, you know, song after song with, you know, good strong music within it, you know, I was like, it's going to be a great album. And it ended up I didn't catch a flop on the whole album itself. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, there's no clunkers on it, I don't think.
Yeah,
and
anymore, I mean, if you don't have a solid front to back album, I mean, you ain't putting out. I mean, a lot of people had a lot of downtime over these last couple of years, and so it ain't like you had to slap something together just so you go back on the road. You had plenty of time to tweak it and do whatever you needed to do. So it's obvious that he took his time and did everything the way it should have been done. So,
how do I sound on y'all's end? Because I'm just on the laptop stuff.
Well, you're loud on my end, louder than Wes, but obviously I can't hear myself. But you're definitely a little bit louder than what Wes is.
I think you're fine.
I mean, am I cool like this, Dan?
Yeah, you're fine.
You're cool like that. We're all cool like that.
You're cool like that.
Because both of y'all sound good on this end. I didn't know. Just wanted to make sure that I was sounding good on that end because I'm on the laptop mic. So
yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm going through my earbuds or if I'm actually going through the camera mic. I don't even know. I put it and set it up as headset. What'd you say?
Unplug them and you'll find out quick.
Oh yeah.
Debbie, thanks for joining us. Hope you can join us tomorrow at 4 with Kenny.
Is that louder, weaker?
More hollow.
Yeah, it's hollow. It sounded better with your headset.
All right. So,
now we know. G.I. Joe said no one's half the battle.
Boy, that's a big difference, ain't it, Wes?
Yeah, it was a big difference.
Yeah, you probably ought to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing.
So, well, guys, if you don't have anything else, I'll play a little bit more of Kenny's song where we left off, and don't go anywhere. But I'll end the video, the feed, and then we can chat on anything else you got.
All right.
All right. Sounds good.
Now you're looking for a stay on the front.